ladies, this right here was another thing that we quite frankly were warning you about, but then again, at the same time, I don't think you guys were listening.
Employment because I need to be checked. I mean, they got to use a speculum. They've got to take a sample, that type of thing, check for tears, blah, 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 right? I mean, makes sense. And so what they had said to me is like, well, we don't do that here. And
The hell happened to this person's teeth? So I came across this story and I wanted to talk about this because, obviously it's just another thing that we got to point out, but it is pretty damn serious, especially given the, I have no idea what this world is at this moment in time. I would say dystopian or whatever, but obviously it's really more of a joke and I'm trying to find some form of comedy in this, but this individual, by the way, you guys know me. I'm trying to avoid the censors because obviously I have a tendency of tripping them. And I'm probably going to get the yellow dollar sign anyways on this video. And I'm definitely going to get a yellow dollar sign on the video that I'm posting tomorrow about whether the acceptance of this stuff is going down or if it's actually going up. Newsflash, it's actually going down. But here's the deal. Obviously, ladies have this certain person that they go to for stuff like pregnancy, pap smears, mostly due to the fact that they have cervixes, wounds, fallopian tubes, uteruses. Women have a lot of parts that obviously men do not have. So this person here that you just saw is screaming discrimination at this moment in time because the gynecologist would not see them.
employment because I need to be checked. I mean, they got to use a speculum. They've got to take a sample, that type of thing, check for tears, blah, 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 right? I mean, makes sense. And so what they had said to me is like, well, we don't do that here. And I'm like, but you're a gynecologist office. Why wouldn't you? Well, we don't treat trans patients. So you're discriminating against me is what you're telling me. My female doctor in Toronto would have taken you in a heartbeat. Damn. Yeah, it's bullshit. I am pretty pissed. It's so hard to find a gynecologist that can even work with me, and I don't understand it. So I don't know. I don't know. It's
Now, guys, I let that run for a full minute so that way you guys can see exactly how cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs we are, exactly how Looney Tunes this is. So this person goes to the gynecologist. Gynecologist says, look, there's not really a whole lot we can do for you because as you guys can obviously see and obviously tell, funny thing, man, I could actually say it on Rumble, but then again, at the same time, it's just more and more and more of this dystopian mess that we're in. But as you guys can see, obviously, this is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. As I've said again, I have no. This is Fruit Loops, Looney Tunes. I mean, just crazy stuff. Up is now down, down is now up, black is now white is now black. All that type of stuff here. And like I said, you probably would think this was a joke, but I'm pretty sure that South Park has done a few skits on this particular ordeal. Of course, the one with Mr. Garrison suddenly becoming Miss Garrison is probably the one that comes to my mind the most. And then Miss Garrison would later on try to become Mr. Garrison at a later date. But still, at the same time, I will digress because obviously you can't put the South Park clips in here or else you will get copyright. Unless, of course, your name is Blooms. That channel does South Park videos all the time. But here's the deal. This right here is absolutely insane. Now, I remember Megyn Kelly at one point in time going on this tremendous rant on this issue. Let me just go ahead and kind of remind you guys of it.
Claims to have a gynecologist. I really it's making my blood boil. And I'm having a real reaction to it in a way I actually didn't expect. And I'm thinking it through live. And part of it is, I just actually went to the gynecologist. Actual women have to go to the gynecologist once a year. When you just delivered a baby, you spend your life in with your gynecologist, your OBGYN. And it's never particularly pleasant to go see the gynecologist. The exam doesn't feel particularly good. The pap smear is very uncomfortable. No one looks forward to that. We actually have things we need to worry about, like ovarian cancer or other kinds of cancers that you can get in the OB field. You have to get a breast exam. You're constantly worrying whether they're going to find a lump and how that could go. There are things that are particular to that exam and that relationship that no fucking man is ever going to have, all right? So that guy doesn't have a gynecologist. That guy has a hole that a surgeon created at best. I'm sorry, it's infuriating to me because There are things that make women special.
Yeah.
And there are things that we've overcome and that we must overcome as women in order to thrive in this life, whether it's the threat of sexual violence or, being attacked as we walk home from college bars to our dorms, or the fears that you have when you go to the gynecologist or when you are pregnant with a baby. All those things, they're baked in. And it's part of what makes women so incredible and strong. And you can't just become one and take all of our things because you did or did not have a surgery or you put on a dress. It doesn't work like that.
I mean, it's bad enough that it's taken over the world of women's sports. It's bad enough that it's taken over a lot of things. It's bad enough that it's actually going inside women's bathrooms while little girls are there and actual women are in there. But it's bad enough that now it's at the gynecologist office. What does a gynecologist do again? Now, ladies, really quick. I'm obviously a man, obviously a real man, obviously biological male, all that type of stuff there. So please forgive me if I get some of this wrong, because I'm kind of reacting to this off the cuff, even though we're definitely going to be bringing this back up again tomorrow in the much, much larger video, because there's been some very interesting data that came in from Gallup about this stuff that, quite frankly, I think is actually turning the tide in this little cultural war that we're in. But here's the deal. Women have wombs. Women have cervixes. Women have uteruses. Women have fallopian tubes. Women actually menstruate. Women are women for multiple reasons, not just, basically the biology, obviously being born one. Don't you find it insulting to you that somebody is now going to be going out of their way to get ahead of the line? I mean, what could women be going through? Because I know Megan Kelly just mentioned some of it. I mean, you got like possible cervical cancer, uterine cancer. I mean, you've got all kinds of issues that can go wrong with pregnancies. I mean, women go to the gynecologist for a multitude of reasons. It's kind of what makes women women. But now you've obviously got to deal with this right here. And once again, we're here to say that we told you so. Now, I'm going to get further into the Gallup data tomorrow because it is obviously a Gallup poll. But apparently, according to these numbers here, especially when it comes to the topic of moral issues, the topic of gay marriage has popped up again. And a lot of people are starting to shy away from this. And I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a bit of a brief, how do I say this? A bit of a brief preview for tomorrow's very, very long video. Not to mention there's going to be a couple more videos to go all that because obviously some things are happening. And I got to post whenever I can. You got to be thinking to yourself, what in the world is causing all of this? Well, this here. Now, you guys obviously heard that. However, I want to go ahead and respond to one thing. You see, right now on Twitter, there are people out there saying that in reality, they weren't really saying that. They're saying that that was actually dubbed in. So I actually went and got the full video. It's a little bit longer for you guys. Obviously, there's going to be something covering it up because I don't have the ability to blur. At least I don't know how to blur right this second, at least doing this through my phone. But I'm going to play for you guys the version that they claim was the real, actual, honest-to-God version of what happened at this Pride March. Okay, so you heard something about shopping, and then you turn right back around and you heard we're coming for your children again and again and again. By the way, we're going to be talking about this right again tomorrow. So basically, these wokes are out here defending the Pride people and the Pride March. They don't seem to understand that, yes, we're coming for your children was still spliced in there, naturally done, because you can kind of hear it from that guy. Let's play it one more time. I just figure I would throw that out there one more time so that way you guys can hear. But then again, though, it doesn't really matter because it was the San Francisco Gay Men's Choir who said this here.
Will convert your children. Happens bit by bit, quietly and subtly. And you...
I just figure I would throw that out there, one more time. But here's the deal. We're going to be covering this a little bit more extensively in tomorrow's video, which is going to be a long-winded video. As a matter of fact, it's going to come out right after this one here because this is still kind of a preview for that video there. But we'll be talking more about that then, as you guys can obviously see. They are, in fact, coming for our kids. Of course, the fatherly.com study, of course, showed you that 2 conservatives per household versus 1 liberal kid per household. That's basically what it is, 2 conservative kids. You know, conservatives, we typically tend to have more kids, so obviously they're coming much harder for the babies. Guys, John Claymore here. If you guys like this content, please hit the like button, subscribe. If you think I've earned your subscription, please subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment in the comment section. I know that I look a little bit like I just wanted to kind of phone this one in, but at this point in time, I'm really and truly just kind of tired of the nonsense and have absolutely no way to how do I say, break through to the other side to let them know that obviously what the hell is going on here is affecting their lives too. I just want to send this video out here as a reminder to the ladies that, yeah, there are people who are actually trying to take other things from you outside just sports. If you like the content, guys, please share the video, share it with your friends and your family. Please hit the subscribe button. If you think I've earned your subscription, please click on the notifications bell. I would love for you guys to be notified when my videos come out. Please leave a comment in the comment section. Also hit that like button. I'll see you guys later.